Alright, what's good? Time to rank all the Nightfarers, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Now let me say this before I start. None of these are bad. All these Nightfarers, like, you can make good builds, setups out of them, and you can beat every boss with them. Multiplayer or solo. I truly believe you can. And somebody has. So, you know, just because this Nightfarer I'm about to mention is the worst or is my least favorite does not mean it's bad. I've seen him be good, and one day I might be good with him too, but right now that's at the lowest compared to all the other characters. Number 8, and this is gonna really ruffle some feathers, no pun intended, right? Number 8, Guardian. I'm not the biggest fan of guard counter builds. I'm not the biggest fan of blocking builds. Like, I'd rather use Executor and parry and deflect like a badass Sekiro character while building up stance damage, while having a cool attack, you know, that can follow up. And I think when you deflect with this skill, his ult charges up more, or I think that's just regular damage. I don't know. But I'd rather use Executor, personally. Me, personally. If you like Guardian more than Executor, if you think he's the best character, all power to you. Mind you, people that are, this is a different video. I have only played solo because I'm broke as fuck and I don't have PS Plus, okay? So, in multiplayer, these characters, if the characters I like suck, and if in multiplayer the characters I don't like that much don't suck, then I would not know, and I acknowledge that, and, like, you know, don't take it super seriously. Only for solo. There's people that do both. I do only solo because some people, you know, if you don't have PS Plus, it's impossible to play with multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Guardian, man, I'm just not a big fan of guard counter builds, blocking builds. Just not my cup of tea. It's everybody else's. I don't like that his passive is like you block and like you dodge and like you hold your shield. Pretend this fucking toilet paper is the shield, right? You just hold the shield out like this and you can block entire boss combos, right? However, at the cost of stamina constantly draining, and I think that's the only downside. And the cost of dodges not being good. So if it's like an AoE from the bottom, you better block that. I think you can, because Executor can, but probably not. And yes, he has by far the worst dodge I've ever seen. Might as well make him fat roll, because that's what he's basically doing with that dodge, bro. His dodge is horrible. And I've heard somebody say he's the best character to learn movesets with. Me personally, my brother, like in solo play, where like learning movesets, the only thing you want to do in there for people that play multiplayer, not my thing, man. Not my thing. If you love Guardian, you think he's the best character, that's fine. I'm not even gonna argue, because it's a skill issue why I don't like Guardian. 100% skill issue. I'm not going off of like, oh, well, Executor's better this and Executor's better that. Guardian has a good skill and a good ult. A great ult. I will acknowledge that. Also, halberds are not my type of thing. Subjective opinion right there. I don't know about you guys. Tell me what you guys think. But Guardian number 8, just, you know, did me the worst so far of all the Nightfarers. But probably did you the best, and that's fine. Number 7, Recluse. Now, once again, people say that she's the worst character, objectively, because her passive isn't good, her skill is not great, and her ult is like, is mid. And like, first of all, in solo play, she's pretty mid. Well, I mean, she could either be really mid, or she could either be pretty good. And in multiplayer, she's even better. You know, I don't really like her skill that much. I don't really like her ult that much. Damn, I don't like anything really much about this character. I think she looks cool, and that's about it, really. Like, you could at least give her, like, that's my mom, I mean, my sister screaming. She's a Mets fan. She probably about to knock on this door. You hear? Anyway, yeah, Recluse is like the least doable, but that does not mean she's bad. She could be cracked. You know what I'm saying? I've seen footage. People be like, "Oh, Revenant's the worst character." Not Revenant. Recluse is the worst character, and it like she has Comet Azure and Terra Magica, and she blows bosses away. So that's totally fine. Number 6, Duchess. My problem with Duchess is that she's kind of frail. She's pretty frail. I'm not a dagger person. I wish she had a straight sword or a curved sword. Even a whip on some Castlevania shit. But no, she's a dagger. It's alright. I fuck with Duchess. Duchess is fun. Honestly, Duchess is more of like a character moveset learning type of person. Because like her dodge, you can dodge like crazy shit with it. Because like she gets like double the dodge speed of like everybody else. So Duchess is alright. I don't really, you know, she's the worst of the alright characters. But that does not mean she's bad. You know what I'm saying? Number 5, Revenant. Probably the funnest one to use for me. In my opinion, the funnest Nightfarer to use because, you know, you get to summon enemies. You get to summon your own summons. Her starting weapon is pretty solid. Recluse does not get one. So, like, does not get a, yes. Well, she gets her staff. I'm talking about like an actual, like, holdable melee weapon. Like, you can hit people with. Not no staff that has spells, which is alright. But, you know, I'd rather have something that does not consume FP right off the jump. You know what I'm saying? Give me a staff with Glintstone Pebble and have it consume no FP. Alright. I'm scared my sister's gonna come banging on this door, bro. Make sure this shit closed. Hold on. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, but Revenant, I have this relic that makes her have like a ghost flame explosion. Pretty cool. You know, her summons aren't the best thing, but they're fun to use. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's really all I can say. Revenant is, I like Revenant. Revenant's good. Revenant is really fun to use, but that does not mean she's my favorite. Next up, Executor. You know, Sekiro parrying bosses' movesets that I actually learn, that I actually know, sorry, is awesome. And I truly think that, like, maybe even if I do get good at Guardian, I would love Executor. So, you know what I'm saying? I would like Executor even if I did get good at Guardian, because like every time you deflect, it does stance damage. He's also like the king of status effects. His katana, it doesn't do the most damage, but it does bleed, poison, and frost at the same time. You know how much bosses you can destroy with that? That's crazy. How much bosses you can destroy with that. Especially Gaping Jaw. But yeah, cool ass katana wielding, you know, champion. Also, one thing, I was fighting Morgott with Guardian, and when I blocked his big hammer slam, it sent me flying across the map. Not that far. It sent me flying about 15 feet away from the boss. Not enough range to do a guard counter. Bro, Executor, the same attack, and I like did one backflip backwards to like this far. And I can't guard counter, but you know, I'd rather be close. And also I can dodge quicker, you know, for the same stance. And yeah. I don't really know. I guess Executor's kind of frail. That's about it. The only bad thing I can say about Executor. He's cool. Number 3 is Wilder. Now, I think Wilder is the best character objectively because he's like the best universal stats and he's like the GOAT beginner character. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think he's the best because like Raider, you know, is the big boy strength guy, but Wilder can get more damage because he has a little bit of dex scaling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with bows, that scale off of strength, he can get more damage than Iron Eye because he has a little bit of strength and Iron Eye doesn't. So that makes him viable, if you want to use any weapon. So yeah, I like Wilder. I wish his skill's a grappling hook, which can get you from A to B quick. You can pull enemies in, you can pull yourself towards enemies. I wish you can choose, like a relic can help you choose. I'd rather have enemies pulled to me than me, getting pulled to them. You know what I'm saying? Personally. But yeah, Wilder's good. Nothing really much I can complain about. Number 2, Iron Eye, because he kind of trivializes most of like the main expedition, except for the Night Lords. The only Night Lord he absolutely trivializes is Augur, especially if you put lightning on your bow. But yeah, you're using Iron Eye, you get to shoot people from a distance, infinite arrows. It does consume a lot of stamina though. Keep that in mind. But yeah, you can just charge up stamina fast. He's frail like Executor, but I mean, from the cost of an amazing skill and an amazing ult. His skill, you mark him with this little stamp and you do more damage to them. And like when the stamp explodes, you do more damage and stance damage. And his ult, his ult is like Rainer's with like the size AoE it makes and how much it hits in damage, but he can shoot it. Like he shoots the arrow, boom, it hits the enemy, and then it creates like a tornado around that hits more enemies. It's like awesome character, really good. And now my favorite character in Night Rain, Big Boy Raider, man. I don't give a fuck, man. Never, has rarely, if not ever, disappointed me. Almost all the Night Lords I beat with him. And I've been using Raider like a bunch of times in a row. I've not lost once. I've not even gotten lucky. Bro, the thing about Raider, man, yes, his colossal weapon moveset is not good. It's not the worst thing in the world in my opinion, but it's not good. I'm not gonna force myself to like that. But boy, if his colossal weapon moveset sucks, how do you fix that problem? You get 2 of them, and you start jump attacking. And those jump attacks with colossal weapons, colossal swords, great axes, or great hammers are the same from the base game. And oh my god, he turns into a killing machine. Unlike Wilder, who can get more damage technically, Raider is more likely to find those weapons. And also, the thing about Raider is that, I don't know why, correct me if I'm wrong, but for some reason I'm more likely to find shit that buffs jump attacks and buffs critical hits. You're going to be jumping, and you're going to be stance breaking a lot. Boom, critical hits, and you get to buff your jump damage. For ancient dragons that can't, get stance broken and shit. It's like, and another reason I like Raider more than Wilder, because he has the better skill. Basically you hit it, you cannot die, and you tank like everything that is thrown at you. Basically almost an iframe, but like, it's like Endure, like with how less damage you take, and you can't die. Even if you're at 1 HP and you hit it, you're not gonna die. You'll get it out, boom. Lot of damage, lots of stance damage right there. I don't like that you have to take damage first in order to buff it, but, you trade out in that big one, shit, man, you just created a force of nature, especially if you're power stancing big ass weapons and you have Raider and you have a jump attack build, you're good. That is the character I would recommend to beginners if Wilder's not working for them, or Iron Eye. The top 3 are great for beginners. The ones below it are pretty, they're made for people with that certain playstyle. These 3 at the top, they're like, if one of them is not good, you go to the other, and then you go to the other, or you use all 3 like me. Hands down, man, Raider, my boy, never disappointed me, man. Always got the job done. stance breaking everything, sending everything flying, doing monstrous damage with them gem attacks because I got all the buffs. You know what I'm saying? I got the every Evergel prisoner attack power increase buff on. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you don't love Raider, there's something wrong with you. Or there's something wrong, or there's something wrong with how you play him. You got the wrong relics or something, bro. I promise you that. So yeah, man, there you go. I ranked all the Nightfarers. And night rain videos are now gonna, I've been making a night rain video every single day. That's probably gonna slow down in a little bit. But man, you know, the game is overall fun. At first, I'm gonna make a video like fully reviewing everything, like a long ass video. I'll make it fully reviewing everything. But right now at least, that's my top 8 Nightfarers, and I made my video on my top 8 Night Lords. They're probably gonna change, but Raider's probably not gonna change from the #1 spot. He's the GOAT, man. So yeah, that's about it, you guys, and catch you guys later.